BlogTalkRadio, the world's largest online radio network.
Yeah. 6-Man Radio, the home of adult contemporary hip-hop and that grown and sexy R&B that you love. Your boy Bad C, a.k.a. Nicolas Cage, along with my lovely co-host NADINE, Michelle. What up, nigga?
What up, C?
Chillin', man, chillin', you know. Man. You already know.
Yep. I'm enjoying these last few weeks of the summer.
Yeah, man.
You know,
that
just a couple of more weeks left. What'd you say?
Man. That shit went by too fast, y'all.
I know. Well, it is only 3 months. That ain't nothing.
Yeah.
You know, we don't have no real summer.
Well, it felt like a month and a half, though.
It did feel like that. We've been busy, though, you know? We've been busy.
Yeah.
Bringing the people the goodness. And I'm excited for tonight's guest. Who is it? Let the people know.
Well, tonight we got Grammy Award-winning, multi-platinum member of the group, Bone Thugs and Harmony. Mr. Flesh and Bone is in the building tonight.
That's right.
You know. Man. It's a big honor because, that's probably, arguably one of the biggest hip-hop groups of all time,
For real.
They're huge, man. They're huge. They're huger, if that's not a word. Huger?
I don't think it's a word. But they are, this is hip-hop. This is, and with black people, we just make up words.
Yeah, we can make up words. So the word for today is huger. They are huger than you would ever imagine.
They're huger.
Huger. Use that today.
That's right.
Somebody.
That's today's word. And did you know that they were the only group to work with Pun, Biggie, Pac while they were alive? I think they're the only group to do that.
Wow. Yeah, that's
crazy, right?
That's crazy in itself.
Mm-hmm. and Eazy, of course. All of these rappers that are passed, they were the only group to do so, to work with all 4 of these hip-hop legends while they were still alive.
Wow.
So, yeah. And, he's going to come on tonight. He's going to talk about the group, how they got started and everything, so that's exciting. I'm excited to have him on the air.
Yeah.
And what else is going on? Go ahead.
Oh, no. I was just going to say that a little earlier in the show, I played this joint that just fresh out to the studio today, I was feeling this Ninth Wonder beat, this shit Ninth Wonder got called Slumdog Millionaire, so jumped on that real quick, sent that shit to my nigga XL the Kid, who also did the intro, by the way, for all y'all don't know, that's my artist, XL the Kid, coming soon, but anyhow.
He's dope.
He's dope. Yeah, man. So, we did the joint, and the joint came out kind of crazy. I
almost thought it was like a new 6-man theme song. I'm like, wait a minute, are we coming on? What's going on?
Nah, man. But you know what? I'm going to probably fuck around and end up playing it again, later in the show.
That's all right.
That's all right. You already know I OD, But expect to hear that later on in the show again,
Yes, indeed. That was pretty dope, though. And there's a lot of news this week.
What happened?
Well, let's. I don't know which way to start, but let's start with the number one news all week long. Chad and Evelyn.
Oh man, yeah. Can we talk about that? Yeah, let's talk about that.
Oh man, can we? Because it's nasty.
Let's talk about that.
It's nasty.
Man, but how you headbutt your girl though?
Yes, he wrong for that. I'm gonna give you should never, no matter what, don't put your hands on the chicks, okay?
Well, he didn't put his hands on her, man.
Oh, your head. Don't use your head. Don't use any parts of your body. Don't pick up anything violent. It's not right that you should put your hands or your head. Headbutt, I could just imagine, because, he got a head. A head looks strong.
He do have a dome on his neck. But the thing is that he lost so much shit behind that,
and I don't really think
But man, he lost his marriage, and on top of that, he lost his career, man. Like, come on, bro. Like, for a split second, like, you couldn't keep your neck still for 1 minute. But then on the flip side,
let's think about it. Yeah. Go ahead.
On the flip side, I see somebody say on Twitter, they was like, okay, well, how the hell did she get close enough to him but he could headbutt? Exactly. You know what I mean? So
you already know the answer to that, Seed.
Yeah, man.
You seen her in action. Now, I'm not saying she deserved any of that, but come on, everybody. She shouldn't be acting like she's going to be the face of domestic abuse. Bitch, sit the fuck down. That's all I got to say. Sit the fuck down. You jumping over tables, you know what I'm saying? You throwing glasses, you throwing off the Giuseppe's to fuck bitches up. We know how you get down, so we know how you got in homie's face.
Yeah.
We already know, and I'm sorry, but you was on live television giving homie permission to have his way as long as he don't bring shit home. You don't give your fucking man no permission like that. You don't think he gonna take advantage of that? You never give your man no permission to step outside of the circle.
That's right.
Never that. Because guess what? He gonna do it. He ain't thinking you joking.
So wait, Nate, so what is the actual story? That's the story? The
story is she found a receipt for some condoms in the car. And she stepped to him. And you know she stepped to him. Like, what the fuck is this? And you know they probably had a big blowout argument.
Yeah.
And I know only who knows what she could have did. Does she deserve to get her head butted? No. You know what I mean?
No. 6 Man Radio. Look. Y'all call up. Please call up. 646-478-3599. And let us know what y'all think about this situation. You know,
yes.
Because, you know, what side are you on? I mean, of course, it wasn't necessary for that to actually happen.
Right, right.
But, you know, what's going on here? What's going on?
And how she's playing the victim. And, you know, homie, I mean, I just hate to see the black man down. You know what I mean? He's lost his job. He's lost endorsement. He's losing endorsements. He lost the show got canceled, which I was surprised.
Yeah.
Wasn't you surprised by that?
Yeah, I mean, I already knew. I knew all of that was going to happen. I knew that he would probably lose his life damn near. Like, that's pretty much what he did.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Everything's pretty much gone, man.
Yeah,
everything.
Man. And the cocky attitude is not. It didn't. The cocky attitude is really what fucked him up, because he was pretty much cocky and all that shit before talking all that shit. Big ego. So that little thing right there kind of like just broke the camel's back for everybody fucking with him, you know?
Word. Absolutely. And yo, there's no, you know, we're not condoning that here at 6 Man Radio at all.
Definitely not. No.
But
no.
We also, you know, we're realists here, and we know how, from watching her, how she gets down. First of all, I mean, my take of it, I don't even think they already know how each other get down. They both whore.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, what make you think that when you take vows that 2 whores is going to be able to not be whores?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So, it's something to think about.
Just an observation.
Yeah.
You know?
Something to think about.
Something to think about. But y'all call up the radio and let us know what you think about this whole situation, you know, and, you know, like, again, we're not taking sides. They're just they both got really big egos. It's not a game with those two. Not a game at all. But I feel like he's losing the most out of the both of them. He's losing out, period.
What I would give to see what the speed knot looked like that Evelyn got, though.
She's supposed to show it so we could give her more sympathy. You know, like when they showed Rihanna. Remember when they showed Rihanna? You're like, oh, damn, he really put a whooping on her ass. Wow. So I need to see this lump. I need to see this 3 3-inch cut, whatever. Homie's head is pretty big. I had to do some damage.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
So I don't know. She might have been so all over me that bitch, bow, fuck off me.
No,
who knows?
Bueno.
But
no bueno.
No
bueno.
Good.
Yo, so you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna have Flesh and Bone come through in a little while, but
yeah.
You are now listening to 6 Man Radio. You are now listening to 6 Man Radio. The home of adult contemporary hip-hop and R&B. 6 Man Radio. 6 Man Radio.
6 Man Radio, the home of adult contemporary hip hop and that grown and sexy R&B that you love. It's your boy Seed, a.a. Nicholas Cage, along with my lovely co-host NADINE MICHEL. Yo, Nate, on the line, we got a special guest on the line.
I know.
A legend. Word up. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to introduce y'all to Flesh and Bone. What's good, homie?
Oh, what's good, man? What's going on, everybody? Flesh and Bone in the building, man. You know, holding it down over here, man, in California, getting a little rain and everything, but it's all beautiful. It's all good. It's just been posted up, man, you know, holding it down, man. There's a lot going on, you know, trying to stay maintaining on everything. But how you guys doing over there, man?
Yeah, everything good.
We're doing great. We're honored to have you on the show.
Word up. Now, I want to give everybody a background on you. You know, Flesh and Bone from the Grammy Award-winning super group, Bone Thugs and Harmony, basically one of the most innovative groups in hip-hop history.
Right.
Fam, I mean, at the time, because I looked at your bio said working at KFC and hustling, and put the money and then put the bread together to go out to LA to link up with Eazy and all that. Like, was that like? It had to have just been. It had to have been God just telling you go, because you guys got it. That's it. Well, you know what was that like? What was that like? What clicked the light on for you to say, you know what, I'm just gonna go hard and we just out of here?
Well, you know, you get the inspiration. You know what I'm saying? The things that need the things in which moves and directions you need to go in life at certain times, man. God gives us that insight, that inspiration in all of us. You feel what I'm saying? It's that inner voice. You feel what I'm saying? That explains to us, you know, exactly what's going on, you know, in our lives at any given time. But with stuff like a situation like that, you know, there was a lot going on in Cleveland around that time. You know, Bone Thugs and Harmony at that time was a group called Bone Enterprise. You know, youngsters, teenagers. We had a local release called Bone Enterprise, a CD that came out in 1993 that had, you know, significant local success and everything. And we bust our ass hard to try to get out there and get it and make it to a certain level in Cleveland, which in Cleveland, you know, we plateaued to it, you know what I'm saying? And really the connections weren't filtering through Cleveland the way you really would want it. And, you know, it was a lot of stuff going on, circumstances influencing the situation, you feel me? You know, I had gotten into a couple of glitches with the law. And at that time, you know, with the curb serving, selling the little drugs and all of that stuff, yeah. And my thing was maintaining, you know, I had my first job at the age of 15, 16 years old right there at KFC, so it turned into a situation that always kept money available where I can take that little bit of money and flip it. Therefore, you know, I got this little package, you know what I'm saying, and the rest of the brothers can get a chance to make some bread too, you know, selling a little herb here, a little crack there, whatever the case may be. It was a little minor hustle, but that's what KFC did for me, man. And basically, man, I had gotten to this one little situation, man, and ended up, you know, my mom's sat me down in the backyard one day. It was like, you know, I had the bounty hunters looking for me because I had just got arrested, you know what I'm saying, with a little bundle with a dope bundle and everything. Had the bounty hunters after me. It was summertime. I was on summer break from college and everything. So, you know, and I had the big homies, Big Mark and Big James Norton, had connections in California. They was going to school, playing ball, working and everything, and it was an outlet for me. So I ended up going to California. I ended up packing up and going to California just to switch the scenery. Now, mind you, at this time, I had no intentions on going out there to do no type of networking. You feel me?
Right.
No intention. So, you know, but you get to L.A., you get to Los Angeles, and the whole environment, the whole scene reeks with opportunity.
Yeah. Shout out to L.A. Word up.
Shout to L.A., man. Shout out to L.A., you know what I'm saying? And it could have been easily just as well as going to New York. You feel what I'm saying? But it was Los Angeles where we ended up going. I came out here with the homie James Norton. We jumped on a Greyhound. We had the big homie Big Mark out here. Already had the shop set up and everything. They had a spot and everything. And when we get out here, like I say, man, it was just opportunity everywhere. It was just you talking about Hollywood, you talking about, you know, the music, you talking about the studios, you know what I'm saying, the shows that we were, you know, walking up on, and everybody was rapping, doing their thing. You feel what I'm saying? So I had an opportunity to bump a couple of elbows.
How'd you bump into Eazy though?
Bumped into Eazy. See, it wasn't until I went back to Cleveland one day out here. You know what I'm saying? See, I had made a phone call back home and told the fellas that, you know what I'm saying, if we want to take this career thing we trying to do any further, we got to get out of Cleveland and network. We got to meet people, period. People ain't the people with the keys to the industry ain't coming through Cleveland as we wanted to. So, you know what I'm saying? I suggested that we, you know, the guys, you know, I told them that I would make it back home and we going to figure out a way to get the whole group out to California. And so that's what I did. You know what I'm saying? We went back home. I re-enlisted. I got my job back at KFC, worked there for a few weeks, got a couple paychecks, got, you know what I'm saying, bought a few double-up spam, enough to get some bus tickets and a little food money back across the country. We did that, and they had a big homie named Don, and this girl Dina opened up the doors for us to stay there for a couple of months, and we was back and forth from there to Visalia, California. But nonetheless, we was able to get on the phone with Eazy E. We called Ruthless Records and hit him up, and he was telling us that he was on tour. He was on tour right now, that he was getting ready to be in Cleveland, and we were so adamant. We were so serious about getting to him. We wanted to be at that show because he was at our hometown. He said if y'all could make it, cool. So we made it back to Cleveland to sit down and meet him personally. But we talked to him on the phone out here. You feel what I'm saying? We made the connection out here. We hustled up, went back to Cleveland to open up that show for him at one of the clubs that we was, you know, one of the spots in Cleveland. We got backstage and we sat down with him, and that's when he, you know what I'm saying, gave us the opportunity to go back to California with him and start recording the Creeping on a Come Up album.
Wow.
There's a lot of rich history, a lot of richness in that in this, man. You know, so you know, a lot of determination. A lot of determination. We had went back across the country 3 times before we actually sat down with Eazy, but we made the plug and we was like, okay, we felt it and we knew it was going to happen one way or the other. We just needed to get in, sit down in front of the right people.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely.
And coming up out of the ghettos of Cleveland wasn't going to hold us down. We knew that we had to make a play or get caught up in the situations where, you know, all the statistics show that you either, before you're 18, you're either dead or in jail or something going on with you. You feel what I'm saying? We wanted to break that. And we did, you know, by the grace of God, we was able to, you know what I'm saying, get up out of there. You know, and we wasn't taking no for an answer, man. We wasn't taking, it was hard, you know what I'm saying? It was real hard, you know, on that Greyhound bus. You talking about a 2.5, 3-day drive, and you know, shit got real rough.
Oh man, I can't stand it.
It got rough. Yeah. So, but.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead. No, what were you getting ready to say?
I was gonna say, once you guys got signed and started working, you were like, wow, all this hard work really paid off? Because here I am with Eazy on Ruthless Records, and you guys were signed at a pivotal time in hip hop. I mean, those were the early '90s, and the gangster rap was out. It was still kind of the golden era of hip hop, and you were really pivotal time with hip hop. I mean, did you realize that was going on when you signed with Eazy? Like, wow, I'm part of this hip hop history. Did you guys realize that?
Yes, indeed. Yeah, to a certain degree, yes, indeed. And then we kind of like, we were able to be a part of Eazy-E's life for the last 2 years of his life.
Yeah.
And around that time, we became very close. Very, very close. And he was at the time getting ready. He was talking with Cube. He was talking with Dr. Dre about NWA reunion. This is what's getting ready to happen. And and we saw everything that was going on. Death Row was on the rise, was turning into a monster company. Snoop and them was coming up. The Dog Pound was coming up. You feel me? And you had the East Coast smashing doing their thing. You had the South. You know what I'm saying? They was doing their thing. So yes, it was so much going on in hip hop at that time. Very pivotal. And we did have it. We knew we had something special. Put it like that. Because we knew we had something special. We knew what we were doing was something new. And we had to hurry up and break through with it before somebody else caught on to what, when we introduced ourselves as Bone Thugs and Harmony, and why we call ourselves Bone Thugs and Harmony. Okay, we rappers, but we sing. You feel what I'm saying? We sing, but we spit very melodically and with a flip-flop twist to it. Yes, there's been artists out there, you had Busta Rhymes, you had Twista and everything, you had the DOC. Yeah, these cats was twisting, but they wasn't twist. But Bone Thugs and Harmony reinvented the twist. Right. You feel what I'm saying? With the harmony, with the singing. Yes, we was tongue twisting with the harmonic, you know what I'm saying, twang to it, whatever you want to call it. You feel me? With them 5 harmonic pitches, and what nobody doing it. And the only one closest to doing that at the time might have been Domino. But Domino wasn't tongue twisting though. He was just hitting. He was like Nate Dogg. He was hitting that. Those doo-wop songs and everything. Very melodic though. Very almost
Yo,
right.
Eazy,
so we kind of
seemed like he was a cool nigga. Like how was Eazy? What was he like?
Eazy was like a bona fide businessman. Eazy-E was a bona fide businessman that had a very, very keen sense of how to really market. You feel me? Market, promote. I think that was one of Eazy's perfections, one of his expertise, because the way he moved as a businessman with the record company and the things that he did to pull shit together was very, very unique, was very creative, and this is a lot of some of the stuff that I learned from him.
Right.
And he was very, and Eazy-E had an outstanding sense of humor. He was a very, he had a real knack for creating joy. For some reason, he knew how to. He was very. He knew how to play practical jokes without taking it too far. You feel what I'm saying? Dope shit. He should have been the first. Was a Jackass or Tosh.0 or some shit. The boy would play practical jokes on people that would uplift. You know what I'm saying? Make motherfuckers happy. Like bam, make you laugh at the same time. Yeah. He was a real cool jokester. You feel what I'm saying? Never heard nobody on that level. But you know what I'm saying? The pranks he used to play used to be hilarious, bro. And that's one aspect of, like, when you say Eazy-E, the godfather of gangster rap, a lot of people don't know that, but I do. You feel me? Yeah, and the dude was real cool, man. You know what I'm saying? And being the 5 foot giant that he was, and that's what made him so unique, because his size fit him perfectly. He was like real tiny, but it fit him perfectly. You know what I'm saying? Because you see him in his pictures. If you see him in all his pictures, it's like that, you know, cool, that normal nigga. But standing next to somebody that's 6 feet tall, he's a midget. You feel what I'm saying? Almost 4'8". You know what I'm saying? Tiny. He was real little with it. He was real little with, man. The boy was on some other shit. You feel what I'm saying? But he taught us a lot, man. He laced our boots. He got us in there working real quick and taught us a lot of the ins and outs on what it's going to take to make it to be successful and remain successful. You feel what I'm saying? And you know, and I take a lot of that understanding. Yeah.
Nah, go ahead.
What I loved about the
you know, no, I'm sorry, but you know, he laced our boots like the money essentially in this business. The money is in the music. No matter how much the game changes and everything or whatever, different, you know, we got different ways of marketing, promoting, and selling music. At any rate, the money is always in the music. You want to be in the industry, you want to get out there, you want to, you know, have a foundation, you want to have a career, you want to have a fan base and everything. In order to do that, you have to have great music. This is what out the gate. You feel what I'm saying? You want to get to the money? Okay, where's the music?
Right.
Yeah.
Straight up, flat the fuck out. Because without no music, you know what I'm saying? There's no studio. Without no music, there's no record to be sold. Without no music, there's no download. There's no MP3. There's no ringtone. There's no stage show. There's no stage performance. You feel me? So the money's in the music.
Shout to real quick too. Shout to Cleveland, Ohio, man. Shout to Cleveland.
Most definitely.
Because real talk, I'm from Brooklyn, New York. Dayton, Ohio is like a second home. I went to school out there. I went to high school out there. I know a lot of real niggas in Ohio. So shout to the OE 10, man. Shout to them.
Most definitely. Major shout out to Cleveland, Ohio. You feel me? There's been a lot of great talent that been filtered through and got their roots right there in Cleveland, Ohio. And you know, Cleveland, you know, is one of those places, man. One of those diamonds in the rough, man. You know, Gerald Levert, you know, Gerald Levert, you know, the comedian guy, forget his name. You know, it's so many though. It's so many. You know, Ohio players. You know, all these cats came through there. You got the youngsters coming up out of there right now. Machine Gun Kelly. You know, and it's a lot of folks. It's a lot of them. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of them. You know, there's so many faces flash through my mind right now, but I can't. It's slipping my mind. The name slipped in mind though. But it's a ton of great situations that then came through Cleveland, Ohio. And Cleveland, Ohio, definitely is on the map. You know, for producing some of the greatest talent on earth right now. And that's right. The way, you know, even Jerry Heller himself, a lot of people don't know that. I was born and raised on the street where Jerry Heller was raised on. Jerry Heller, the one that, brought Eazy and turned him how to turn his money and make a business out of what he was doing at the time. And Jerry Heller stayed on Remington Avenue as a youngster. So, you know, he's 99. You know, he's 99. He's 1999, man. Real crazy, man. Real crazy. Cleveland got his history, man. Got his roots, man. Very special place. Very special.
What I loved about the group is not only did you talk about, of course, violent subject matter because, you know, where you come from the streets, there's no other thing, but you also spoke about, you know, social political issues and all those things. Did you... I mean, of course, it was part of life. Did you understand, like, you were actually bringing a message across to the people about this kind of, like first of the month was crazy? I remember when I first heard it, I was like, are they talking about what I think they're talking about? You know, because everybody knew, especially from the hood, what the first of the month was all about, you know? So, I mean, these issues were brought to the forefront, and I really think that's really what made you cross over even more. It wasn't just guns and violence. It was also these social issues. You know, so
it wasn't just guns.
It wasn't just violence, drugs, and look at me on the street.
It's never that, and that's the catch. And that's the catch in it all, because you know a lot of people, you know what I'm saying, especially the community of the preachers. You know what I'm saying. The preachers came down. You know what I'm saying. The men that give the messages in the pulpit. Some of them, not all of them, came down so hard on us. You feel what I'm saying, and tried to paint us as this demonic energy, demonic source. All four, you know, Bone Thugs and Harmony smashed through the smoke and mirrors. period, to paint a reality of this is life. This is life. You feel what I'm saying? Now, if God gives me grants me the ability to come out of the rut, to come out of the gutter, then it's my obligation to talk about what goes on there. Period.
Right.
I don't make it out of hell without talking about what goes on in hell. Period.
That's right.
So a lot of the preachers, you know, and then for the simple fact that, and let me mention this one thing. You know, you can go on to Kmart, you can go on to Toys R Us, and you can buy a Parker Brothers game board called the Ouija board. It seems honest and innocent at first, but this is a piece of game board that they sell in the kids' store, for crying out loud. Mm-hmm. And at the time we had lived, you know, playing around with it, we was kids. That's it. Yeah. We was kids. Everybody took it the wrong way, man. Everybody took it the wrong way. You feel me? Especially the preachers, man, because, you know, the preachers like dogged us. But that's neither here nor there. You feel what I'm saying? But we had to get out there and talk about what goes on streetwise. You feel what I'm saying? Not only that, there's an economic, political aspect that goes in there too. Now let me keep going further and further. It ain't nothing demonic and devilish about Bone Thugs and Harmony because we're all God-fearing men. I bow down and I bump my head on this. I prostrate my face on this floor enough for any amount of men or whatever. I pray enough for myself. So I don't care about what I'm going through. Somebody can call me just because of a song that came out when I was a kid. You feel what I'm saying? Now we got to talk about the spirituality. You got to start bringing in songs like Crossroads, Days of Our Lives. You feel what I'm saying? World So Cruel. You feel what I'm saying? The spirituality is something. There's something about this group that, you know what I'm saying, they keep catching on to these concepts that's so humanitarian and universal in its essence. You know, that's the root over the crossover. And the reason why we can go to the crossover and go back to the underground and plant more seeds that's going to sprout up, you feel what I'm saying, and sprout up and be and have a positive impact on people's lives. There has been people that has been more positively influenced by Bone Thugs and Harmony than those negative.
Right. Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it has been because, you know, I bear witness to that because I have very great friends that were fans as teenagers. They ain't even entered junior high school yet, and it was like, okay, they getting pumped with this inspiration. It's like, and now I have friends that are attorneys. I have friends that are doctors. I have friends that are public figures in the U.S. in the Congress and all of this. You know what I'm saying? Because where I have friends that are in high places in the military. You feel what I'm saying? You feel me? And I know for a fact, can't nobody ever tell me that we ain't come here and did some good with the lives God gave us. Because I saw it materialize. My career is 20 years old. You feel me? And I've seen students go from students going through school, going through the pains of school, and I'm hitting them up. I'm like, okay, how you doing? How's the midterm doing? How's the finals and all that doing? All the way through they college years and all that until they got those BMs and those degrees up on their wall. Doctors, attorneys today, judges today. You feel me? So can't nobody say that Bone Thugs and Harmony was a waste and this, that, and the other. They can't do it.
Never that.
Feel me?
Never
because
that.
there's more professionals. There's more professionals than there are those that are incarcerated.
That's right.
That's true.
Man, that's just being honest.
What you got? What new music you got? Because I know what you got coming out that the people could check out now. Because I know that it can't. If anything, it was dope then, but I know as you get older, it gets even better. So. You know what I mean?
It gets even better. It gets even better. You know, as of late, you know, I've been working a lot, you know what I'm saying, with Busy and Lay and Craig, you know what I'm saying. We definitely got some stuff lined up on the horizon for more bone material. At the same time, you know, my latest release was The Blaze of Glory. That's just available iTunes and in stores. If the fans out there, if y'all ain't checked out, the latest from Flesh.
On the 13th of September, right? I noticed like the
it came out on the
It
came out on the 13th of September, and Definitely, it's one of those projects. I still haven't pushed it the way I really wanted to yet, and I haven't been on tour for this project yet, but it's coming pretty soon. And it's a great track listing on there. Right now, I've been working with a new group, formulating a new group called the Duct Tape Gang. You know what I'm saying? It's called the Duct Tape Gang, and these guys is like on some NWA-ish type situation. They more so geared towards, you know what I'm saying, the female, you know what I'm saying, looking at the females and like the scamming side of the ladies and everything, and they kind of like bring out, you know, the concepts more of talking about women. You feel what I'm saying? Than anything. And it's real creative.
Crazy.
It's real. It's done real to a lot of people. I wouldn't say who would get offended by it or not. You know what I'm saying? For example, it's a song on there called Tramp. You feel me? It's a song on there called Tramp, and it's like, you know, and it's depicting some qualities that, you know, Tramp can be either man or woman though.
Right.
You feel me? For example, I just wanted to throw that out there, and this is called the Duct Tape Gang. It's going to be a straight to iTunes release, and that's getting ready to drop within a couple of weeks. As Flesh and Bone Global presents, it's the first group, you know, that I'm dealing with on the, you know, as far as, you know, my own personal, you know, releases and everything. This is Flesh and Bone Global's, the record company's first kind of like major release, you can kind of like say.
All right.
Other than the Blaze of Glory album.
You know what? But before we let you go, we ask all our guests the same question. The question is three of them. Who's your favorite?
Okay.
Your top three MCs of all time, your top three groups of all time, and your top three hip hop producers of all time.
Okay, you say the top three MCs, the top three groups, and the top three
producers.
And the top three producers. Okay, well, you know, my top three favorite MCs of all time. Wow, man, what a question, man. Damn, man, I don't think you can see that. See, I'm gonna try to. Let me see if I can narrow these favorites down real quick and make it real simple.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna try to pick one, and I'm gonna bounce around a little bit. I'm gonna leave the Midwest alone. That don't count. So I'm gonna pick one out of the East Coast, one out of the West Coast, and one out of the South.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? My favorite MC of all time out of the South is hands down Scarface.
Yeah.
Top the Scarface. Out of the South, he's the king. You know what I'm saying? I don't care how many great MCs come up after him calling themselves king, but he's the hottest MC that ever graced and laced the boots to the South. Now, when we talk about the East Coast, KRS-One of Boogie Down Production. This man is a straight scholar. This man has impeccable and flawless lyricism about himself. Yeah. And this Mr. Chris KRS-One from the East Coast. You feel me? And that don't take away, you know, that's as an MC. Now we have, you know, on the West Coast, I got to let it be known that the Mr. DOC, the Doc, was signed by Eazy back. That's my favorite West Coast MC, single MC of all times. Not to knock Cube, not to knock Ren, not, you know what I'm saying, none of that. But the DOC was on some shit special when Eazy got his hands on him. And so now, as far as groups concerned, number one is Run DMC.
Yeah.
You feel me? For their influence and how they, you know, to the heights that they took hip hop. I got to put this out there. The Beastie Boys.
Yeah.
The Beastie Boys, yes, the Beastie Boys, the first white boy rap group that kicked that dope shit. You feel what I'm saying? the Beastie Boys, man, hands down, man. It's like the way they came in the mid-'80s when they came what they came with, man. I was stuck on that. I was stuck on it, flat out. You know what I'm saying? What shit you can tell me about it, you know, is one of the groups that helped influence me, the Beastie Boys. And, you know, it's where Eminem and Machine Gun Kelly, you know, Vanilla Ice, all of them need to tip their hats off. They don't tip their hats off enough to the Godfathers, you know, the white boys that first did it, man. It was the white boy band group called the Beastie Boys, and they was dope as fuck. Right. Okay?
That's right.
And you got and last but not least, NWA.
Right.
You know, as far as that did that gangster rap the way they did it, and and I still got other favorites out there. I have to say LL Cool J being one of them. You know what I'm saying? And Uncle L, just the way he did it, and the way he talked about the ladies and how he was so in love with the ladies, creating music for the ladies. All the dudes, you know what I'm saying? He can corner the market because the dudes love LL because LL was teaching them how to be smooth. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. And all the other shit. For real, straight up. You know what I'm saying?
You taught me.
You know what I'm saying? For real. And
so the
now
top
as far as the top 3 producers, wow, man, that's going to be hard right there, man. Top 3 producers, woo, shit. Top 3 producers. Wow, man, I don't even know where to fucking begin with the top 3 producers, you know what I'm saying? Okay, let me just make it easy on myself. I got Dr. Dre.
Right.
Definitely Dr. Dre.
Right.
And, okay, damn, that's a good one. You know what I'm saying? And let me go ahead and, I ain't gonna go so much old school with it. Kanye West, production-wise, a lot of people don't know that Kanye was behind the scenes doing a lot of shit, you know what I'm saying, for a lot of people, and a lot of people didn't even know at that time who young Kanye West was. You feel what I'm saying? He was an outstanding producer, the producer behind the sounds of a lot of people, man. You know what I'm saying? From so coming out of the West Coast, from not only Common, the Rough Riders, DMX, you feel me? The list goes on and on and on. Kanye West got a serious resume, and he does, man. He does. His resume is stupid, and a lot of people don't know. And this is why he's so cocky today and arrogant, because he was like, man, fuck y'all motherfuckers didn't know I was the one making all these fucking beats all this time, all these #1 hit records and shit. That was Kanye. And, so, and last but not least, wow, man, last but not least, man, it's producer. I'm trying to get out of the hip-hop genre, but I can't. As far as producers concerned, and I don't know, man. I'm gonna leave that one up in the air. I can't really come up off the top right now. I can't really come off the top unless we go to the homie. No. I can't think of a third one.
Okay.
I can't think of a third one right now. I don't know why, but yeah, and they out there though. They out there.
You did well. You did well though. You did well. But Bless and Bone, man. Bless and Bone, I want to thank you for calling in, man. It was definitely an honor. Word up. On behalf of 6 Man Radio, for real, man, the home of adult contemporary hip hop, you got a home here at all times, man.
Listen. Hey, I got to get back on there real soon. Like I say, I would love to be able to introduce y'all to this new group I got, man. They call the Duct Tape Gang. These boys is very, very creative, very, very talented. And they something else, man. It's called the Duct Tape Gang. The record, the mixtape record to be out in 2 weeks. So you know what I'm saying. I want all the fans to be looking out for that. Look for Flesh and Bone Presents the Duct Tape Gang, Duct Tape Everything. That's the name of the mixtape. It's coming out on iTunes, and it's pushing it and setting it up for the Duct Tape Gang, the album. In 5 months, we want to come with a full-fledged LP. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna go hit nationwide through all the chains and everything. But this one is going straight to iTunes to set the stage. And it's very
whenever you're ready, just hit Tanya up. Hit Tanya up, she'll hit me, and then it's a done deal.
Perfect.
Right.
Beautiful. Look forward to it. Thanks for having me on the show, guys. Y'all boys keep doing y'all thing. Y'all, Tiny, y'all get it in. Y'all keep doing it, man. What y'all doing is great. Keep it up, man. Keep the folks out there with something, you know what I'm saying, appealing, you know what I'm saying, to attract to listen to, man. Y'all doing the dang on thing, man. I tip my hat off to y'all.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Yes, sir.
Sure.
6 Man Radio, the home of adult contemporary hip hop and R&B. Yeah. 6 Man Radio, the home of adult contemporary hip hop and that grown and sexy R&B that you love.
That's
your boy
love.
Yeah, that's your love. It's your boy Bad C, aka Nicholas Cage, along with my lovely co-host NADINE MICHEL. What up, man?
What up? Another great show. That was a a really great interview.
Yeah, it was. It was.
A historic interview. That's got to go down right now as one of my favorites. I'm sorry, because
yeah.
You know, the whole thing with Eazy, like, whoa, you know?
Definitely.
That's crazy, you know?
It was definitely off the hook. You know, shout to him. Shout to Miss Queen T. Thanks for the hookup, sis. That was dope. You know, flesh and bone. Come on, man. Don't get no bigger than that. You know
right.
what I mean?
You know?
That's big.
Yeah,
so,
man.
Shout to all y'all, too, that's listening, you know?
Yeah. Oh, and shout out to Ebony Empress. She's out in the UK listening, so salute to Ebony Empress in the UK.
Yeah, shout to her. And next week we got MC Shan on the show.
Oh, just gonna have to tune in for that. Another interesting interview.
Yeah.
Man.
Say the least.
He's gonna drop science. I know it, because he got some shit. Oh my goodness, he's gonna drop it. I know it.
Yeah, word up. You do not want to miss that one. You know? And thank you, Nate. Thank you, man.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. You know, you going in on the music tonight. I got to say.
Word up. I was trying to cool off for a minute, you know, before we come back and talk, but I got in the zone and was like, damn.
You went in. Oh, you know what I wanted to mention to you? Especially you, Seed. You know, you heard about all that mess with Nas?
Yeah, yo. Wait a minute. Hold up. Yeah, man. Yo, do you believe it? Do you think it's real? Nah, man.
It can't be. I don't think so.
For all y'all that don't know, or that might not know, there's a rumor going on that Nas actually had ghostwriters.
Right.
For which song? It was for the Queens Get the Money joint off the Untitled album.
Right,
and
right.
They said Jay Electronica wrote that. And they say he wrote something else and somebody else wrote something. Dream Hampton.
Stickman. Yeah, Stickman wrote another joint.
The writer, Dream Hampton, she's the one that that's saying that this is alleged truth.
It goes even deeper though. Like she's one of the people that's saying it, like, 'cause she tweeted something about it, you know. But then there's some other guy that I never heard of, or girl or somebody that I guess is connected to Jay, and they're claiming Jay called them and said that he was ghostwriting for Nas.
Wow.
I said, what? What?
Wow. But you know what, Nate? You know what? I got somebody on the line right now that I want to chime in real quick to talk about this whole Nas with the ghostwriter thing. It's actually it's my artist XL the Kid.
All right, let's hear from XL.
You know, broadcasted live from Boston. Peace. What's going on,
XL?
What's good, bro?
What's going on? Peace. How y'all?
Chilling, man. Yo, you got that show tonight, huh?
Yeah. I'm about to go on stage probably in like an hour or so. I'm just cooling out right now, though.
Okay.
Yeah, where's it at?
Martha's Vineyard.
Nice.
Summer thing is today, tomorrow. Papadona's supposed to be out here.
Okay.
All right. That's what it is.
Nice.
That's definitely what it is. Yeah, man. So we was just chopping it up real quick about the whole Nas with the ghostwriter. Dream Hampton saying Nas had the ghostwriter, and Jay Electronica wrote for. What you think about that, bro? Do you think that's real?
I don't think that's real. Like, first of all, let's just Nas is probably arguably the greatest rapper ever, period. So I don't think it's real. I think that they might have helped him, like gave him a couple ideas, swung him something like, yo, son, I got a crazy line for you, or I got a crazy hook. You know what I'm saying? Because making music, we all know how music, like, I'm your artist. If you call me and say, yo, XL, I got a crazy hook. Then I take your hook and it turns into a hit record. Did you write the song? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Like, Nas made Illmatic when he was 19 years old. His pen should never be questioned. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Exactly.
Like,
exactly.
He made Illmatic. It was written. And then you look at his new album, Nobody Ghost wrote that.
Right.
2 albums ago.
Real.
You know what I'm saying?
And do you think it might be like some type of form of, because he's at the top right now. This album is crazy. And here's Dream Hampton and this fellow, I don't know who he is, FWMJ. That's all I say. He's saying Jay had called him himself and said it. They're back and forth on Twitter like, I shed a tear, I couldn't believe it. I'm like, is this real or is this something to bring him down? Some hate from somewhere.
I think
you know how the industry is. See, you know how the industry is.
Yeah. I think it's hate because at the end of the day, Jay Electronica himself even was like, listen, that man's pen is the greatest. His pen can't be questioned. You know what I'm saying? Stickman. They said Stickman wrote some of them from Dead Prez. Wrote some of the lyrics.
Yeah. Dead Prez.
And Stickman was like, you don't need. And even if it's just like Snoop Dogg right now. Snoop Dogg, Snoop Lion, whatever you want to call him. He has people write songs for him, but he don't need it. Doesn't take. Snoop could still rap your face off, like if you know what I'm saying. So at the end of the day, it might have been like, I think happened is I think I got presented with certain ideas from certain people and took them and ran with them and made it into what it is. Because if that whole album is in that lane anyway of Stickman, Electronica, so he probably took ideas like, okay,
from
bouncing. It's just like it's being in a studio session. Like if you've never been in a studio session with more than one artist, you don't really know how it goes down. I'm sure Bad C could tell you there's been plenty of studio sessions. Somebody might walk up to him and be like, yo, son, that was hot, but if you said that would be crazy. Like that, what you said was hot right there, but if you said this like that, like I've done it, Ed OG done it for me millions of times. Does that mean he ghost wrote my rhyme? Nah. You just say, yo, switch that, put that right there, boom, 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 and then you got a hot rhyme, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I feel like the best music anyway, like you can't make good, like you can make good music alone, but the best music comes from small groups of people in the studio.
Of collaborating, yep, it sure does. And that's probably what this is, but the people themselves have been said that was ghostwriting. They even came out, like you said, and said, nah, that's not the case. So I don't believe it. Nas is still, to me, one of my top MCs of all time. I don't care. Plus the source. His father is a jazz great. His father is the illest, so they can't tell me nothing.
Wow.
Has Nas responded to this yet? Like, has anybody heard of anything?
Not
yet. Say anything? Not
yet. I don't think you should respond. Like, are you kidding me? You know who I am? Get out of here.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So yo, XL, I know you about to go do your thing. We're gonna try to get you back on here. We're gonna do the full-fledged interview, the whole shebang bang introduction of you to everybody. Everybody that's the 6-man artist. He drops it real soon. He did our intro. Matter of fact, before we get up out of here, I'm going to throw that shut the fuck up joint on, that shit we just did. I'm going to throw that shit on.
Okay.
All right.
Man. You already know.
Yeah, man. Salute to you, man. Yo, tear that shit down, man. You already know.
Yeah, have a great day.
I'm going to rap for 6 man as hard as I can.
Yeah, man. All right, bro. Yeah, man. Yes, sir.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, man. I want to thank y'all for listening. Thank y'all for listening and all that. We had another great show, Nate. Thank you.
Thank you.
Come on, man. You already know. Next week we got MC Shan. Shan's in the building, and y'all don't want to miss this because he was wilding. So.
If you ever look on the internet, you will see him wilding.
Yeah,
got something going on with his cousin.
Yeah, shout to him.
I can't wait to talk to him.
That's that nigga, yo. That's that nigga. And real talk, I gained a lot more, respect for him after chopping it up with him. So, you know, shout to him. On that note, we're going to get up out of here, and we'll see y'all next week. We're going to get up out of here with that joint I was just talking about. It's called Shut the Fuck Up. Let's get it.
Blog Talk Radio, where millions of hosts and listeners gather.